Okay, morning everyone. Again, something a little bit different. Tune in and I'll explain what's going on. Roll the intro. Good morning everyone, welcome to Ian's RC Exploits. As I said, something a little bit different. We couldn't fly today. Again, sometimes with our YouTube channels, family and illness get in the way of being able to do what you normally want to do. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, but why I'm posting this video is because yesterday, the 31st of May, was exactly 10 years that I've been posting on YouTube. The 31st of May 2015, I uploaded my first video, which was a video of me hovering my Horobo Shuttle Plus 2. Yeah, you know, there's a story behind everything that we do on YouTube. I uploaded that video. To be honest with you, I'm amazed that I was able to hover that Horobo shuttle, because just giving you a little bit of a story, it was the first helicopter kit that I built. Before I built that helicopter, I read a whole book that I downloaded off the internet. I can't remember the title now, but it was all about setting up and flying radio controlled helicopters, and the work that I put into getting the knowledge to build that helicopter was absolutely immense. All the time while I was building, I was practicing on simulator, and you know, just sort of like honing my hovering skills. Anyway, to cut the long story short, I built the Horobo Shuttle Plus 2, and the first time I went out to fly it, I spooled up and the helicopter just span round on the spot, and I thought, oh, there's something wrong there. So I went back and I checked. I spoke to the model shop that I brought the helicopter from, and I made the classic mistake when people build a helicopter. I had twisted the belt going to the tail rotor the wrong way, and it would never have flown. And I then decided, once I got the bend correct in the tail belt, I looked into taking it to a local club, and I spoke to the helicopter expert and I said, listen, you know, I'm after what's happened, I'm scared to fly it. Would you be able to fly it for me? He looked at the Horobo and he went away, and then 10 minutes later he came back and he said to me, right, okay, get it going, because it was a glow fuel helicopter. So I went through the setup process of getting the thing started. Thank God it started pretty much straight away. I started it, let it warmed up, he came over, looked at the transmitter settings, looked at what I'd set. At the time then I was flying for Taba, and I stood there and watched this guy take that helicopter off and fly around that model field, and I was in awe, and I thought, oh my God, I wonder if I'll ever be able to fly a helicopter like that. Now let's not forget, this is really before fly-barless and fly-barless gyro systems. This was literally a fly-bar heli with a tail gyro. So the tail was being controlled by a gyro, and you know, no mod cons really. And he flew around for 10 minutes and he landed, and he said to me, who built this helicopter? And I said, I did. He said, is this the first time you've built a helicopter? And I said, yeah. And he said, good job, this helicopter and your settings will fly. So I went away from there then, knowing that, you know, my pride and joy would fly. And from there then I started practicing hovering with a hula hoop to make the heli more stable. And it was a massive long learning curve that I'm still learning now. But obviously this was 10 years ago, and look around you, this room, you know, I've shown my hangar. It's just gone from strength to strength. So yeah, just short of 1,200 videos. Currently my subscribers are, well, I'm working towards 3,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing, you know. And when I post, some of my videos do really well. Some of the videos that I posted years ago are still doing really well and still get watched. Some videos I post don't get watched at all, but hey ho, that's you know, the way YouTube goes. So what I'm going to do now is give you a quick snippet of my very first video uploaded on my YouTube channel 10 years ago. So there you go then, that was me hovering the Harobo Shuttle Plus 2. At that time it was just a straight upload, no titles, no talking. It took me years to develop the skill of flying either a helicopter or a fixed wing and being able to talk to the camera while I was flying. Also, this is an amazing hobby because A, you make friends all over the world. B, it teaches you so many other aspects. It teaches you videography, it teaches you editing skills. For me personally, it's taught me how to build computers and set up computers for editing. As far as the editing goes, my videos have come a long way, and this brings me to what's going to be the second part of this celebrating 10 years on YouTube. For me, I love to post maiden flights and flights, but what I really enjoy doing is my second or third flights. I love editing those flights where I've got over my nerves and I'm a little bit more confident and I'm a little bit more prepared to do, you know, just basic maneuvers, and I love to put that to music. And always now, the second part of my video is, you know, those flights edited up and put the music. And what I'm going to do on this video is I'm going to put my last 3 months worth of flying on. It hasn't been any helis because I haven't flown helis for a while. This is going to be pretty much fixed wing, and you know, to be honest with you, it's going to be a long video. But since the weather broke back towards the end of winter, we've had a few sort of like decent weekends where I've been able to go out and fly and maiden aeroplanes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, you know, the thumbnail of what the video was, and then I'm going to upload just that part of the video that's put the music, and it's either a flight or a couple of flights edited together. So yeah, no flying this weekend, but I wanted to do this, as I said, to celebrate being on YouTube for 10 years. Okay then, here we go.
Yeah, see, little common, little mistake, little resting mistake, but they are to be expected, I suppose.
I mean, Kingfisher is flying really nice. Sorry guys, just making
The silly little mistakes that
Make me spinning around.
and you know, I don't enjoy spinning around. That's something I don't normally do.
Doggy, come in.
This time now we're on a 4S 4000 mAh LiPo. Seems to be a little bit faster than what I remember actually. Yeah, and it is just a little bit blowy up there, so just see, you know, the way she's just being affected by wind coming across the field. So coming in this one. Yeah, not a couple slow enough today. Okay, though. Sounds safe. Yes, it's a beautiful day, and on beautiful days like this, I like nothing better than doing some low and slows. It really is one of my favourite things to do with a model airplane, and this is my favourite way as well. So. it really is a fab thing, you know, it really is. And that's, you know, the two sides of the envelope really. She can fly very, very slow, and on 4S she's pretty quick, so very, very versatile model plane. Yeah, really enjoying this plane this morning. I know I've had a lot of videos with the service engine, but when the plane flies this well, it really is. We can just feel the wind picking up from behind us, so it's coming from the back, which always makes for an eventful morning's landing. But there you are.
Time remaining 5 minutes.
And as I said, you know, 3S power, but she shifts. But she's pretty ballistic actually, you know, it took me by surprise when I did the maiden flight. I always like to show people, you know, the two sides of the coin really. She can fly quite relaxed, and she can shift. And to be honest with you, you know, there are a lot of people that say balsa flies better. One thing I can say is that, you know, she flies very, very straight and true. No trimming was needed whatsoever. And of course, you know, that's down to how well it's been made and how square it's been kept when they've been building it, and just checking your measurements when you're putting the thing together, and glue in your horizontal in and so on. But she does definitely go where she's pointed, so you know, I'm not going to join this thing and say that balsa fly's better, because I have got some fantastic flying foam planes. I proved that last week with the Turbo Timber. You know, it was just flying absolutely amazing. Cheryl chose this colour. We saw it when we were away at Wood Spring Wing, I think it was. And she said, oh, I love the green. And that was the one that I went for. So. Yeah, just having a little trouble landing it, I am. I'm just struggling with getting her to scrub the speed off.
20 seconds.
Yeah, it's just bouncing a little bit, but it's a shame really.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Lovely looking plane actually, you know. Definitely looks like the C-150 Cessna. I think it's a C-150. Flies okay actually on a 25C pack. I think that's the way the wind is actually coming across the field then. So that was flying into the wind then, but it is like changing around quite a bit. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the amount of power she's got on that 3S pack. Try and bring it down a little bit then. Definitely weather veining and all sorts. I'll go another time. Yeah, pleased with that. Just slow down. Just use a little bit of rudder then, just to sort of like get her where I wanted to get her. Receiver, I'm using a Spectrum Wireless AR620 6-channel receiver. I like them. When you do a range test with that receiver, it doesn't miss a trick. So very pleased with those wireless receivers. Okay, so yeah, a little bit sad that the conditions are like this, but nice to be flying it anyway. I'm going to just try and bring it in for a nice landing again into the wind. Just correcting with a little bit of rudder. Oh.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Thank God for the S3X really, because it does help iron out, you know, what's going on up there.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Always thought that the Moor was such a fantastic looking foam model plane, you know, and like I say, I've flown mine a lot and takes quite a bit of touching up with a red Sharpie and just a little bit of fettling, checking it over. I had to tape the wing struts actually had to be taped up because they started to crack and go a little bit brittle. But I mean, all these things I suppose are to be expected when the plane ages, you know. The foam hinges can go a bit brittle, but I did these a long time ago with foam tack, just painted over all the foam hinges so as they would last. Favourite planes really. It was bought for me for Christmas, as I said, in 2019, and I've just loved flying it ever since. And as I said, for me and for the channel, she was the queen of the low and slows. Looks stunning on a sunny day. Just a nice slow flyby. Obviously that wasn't slow, that was a bit quick, but it was still a low flyby.
Time remaining 1 minute.
Just weather veining there, and when I come to bring her around that way, the wind is pulling her around, so it's quite tricky trying to control it with the rudder, but I got a little bit wrong there. Very pleased with that. I had a couple of close calls this morning with my landings. So there's takeoff flaps, and she didn't balloon, so let's see if I can get The reason why I bring it down is because I want to have a go at taking off with the flaps. So. Okay then, so let's go for takeoff flaps, or landing flaps I should say. Takeoff flaps, right, okay. Yeah, well she's up pretty quick like that, so quite amazing really. Very good style plane. So we've got landing flaps now, so we're gonna coming around. And she is just ballooning a little bit there. See how floaty she goes with those full flaps. Pretty nice actually. So I'm going to give a little bit more down elevator for that landing mix, because she was, if I hit the throttle a little bit too much, she was ballooning just a little bit. So that's okay, I can remember to do that. And of course, when you've got a windy day and you're taking off or landing into wind, then you very rarely need to use the flaps. You know, the wind does that for you. So. Well, I couldn't decide whether to land or not then, so. Well, that was a nice touchdown. You know, and it's good to practice these things. We're lucky today there's no crosswinds to worry about, and you know, we can land from either direction. Nice gentle touchdown there.
Hopefully see you next week flying something, whether it be a helicopter or fixed wing, I don't know. But thank you for tuning in, thank you for subscribing, and thank you to everybody, all my friends around the world on YouTube. Thank you for taking part in my channel. Bye.